And let's go on with your story, which is about this extraordinary story about this terrorist.
It is indeed. It's Telegraph, page 7, and the headline: known terrorist free to prepare Westminster plot for 5 months. And I would say the headline does not do the story real justice in relation to what actually happened. You had this individual who's 28, Khalid Ali, who was preparing to carry out an attack near Parliament, and he got stopped. As he had thrown his mobile phone data in the Thames, was about to go forward to carry out the attack.
That's him being arrested. I think we all remember that because we wondered what was going on.
That is the case. But the question is, he was under surveillance by intelligence service, and I have to say the MI5, MI6, we may not see their work in public, but they do a brilliant job. I sit on the Home Affairs Select Committee. You see what the work they do. Great job. The question that comes here, this is why I say this story does not do quite justice in the headline, is that the question is, how did he first get detected what he was up to? And the way he got detected is that he was from the UK. He was a bomb maker in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And the way
he told his parents he was just going to Birmingham.
Birmingham, correct.
And he ended up in Afghanistan making bombs.
And what happened after that, I think, is significant. And I would say it's a message to everyone out there who wants to commit this criminal activity. He was involved with preparing IEDs, improvised explosive devices. And one of them, when they explode, the United States had picked it up, intelligence, and they looked at the fingerprints. So when they got the fingerprints, he was back in the UK. So he had gone initially to Palestine, from Palestine to Afghanistan, then to Turkey, gone to Turkey and said, hey guys, went to the British consulate, I've lost my passport, I need to get back to the UK. Our officers in Turkey informed the authorities over here, you might want to check this individual out. They had their surveillance. But when he landed, he got questioned at Heathrow. But they had to let him go because there's no firm
the intelligence on him, the fingerprint, was American and not British, so we couldn't actually arrest him.
But questions are then, because you need permission before you use that as evidence, and the Americans gave it to us. But the point I make on here is the reason he got caught is because the intelligence we share with the Americans, they share with us, with Middle Eastern partners, to keep our country safe. If it wasn't for that, this man would not be where he is. But the other person I want to pay huge tribute to was his mother.
His mother?
She stopped him. Mm-hmm. So she went into his bedroom. She saw that he had a lot of arsenal there, the weapons there. She phoned the police, and that's why I think when we had the Assistant Police Commissioner, Mr. Rowley, said it's often members of the individual's own family who alert the authorities, and that's why I pay
first time we've really
individuals do that, and that's why I think when the story is known terrorists free to prepare Westminster plot, look, there's about 3,000 individuals under surveillance at the moment. Information that we get from authorities, but the headline should be here about the mother's courage, and also intelligence sharing from the United States rather than the way it is.
There's a lot to that story, but anyway, the main thing is they got him before and he was hell bent on doing some very nasty violence. Okay.